Hey friends, welcome to Coding School. Today the question that we are having is a very important question and a very interesting question as well, because this question was asked by many big tech companies. So we are today solving word ladder. So in this question we are actually given two strings, all right? And along with that we are also having a list of strings. Basically that is the ladder of string basically, all right? So here, essentially, we are asked to find out whether we can convert or transform the string 1 to string 2. And if unfortunately we cannot transform it, then we can return 0, which is basically referring that we are not able to convert the string 1 into string 2, or it is impossible to convert that or to transform that. Otherwise, if we are having a possibility of transformation, then we need to return the minimum string conversion required to make it possible. Okay, let's take this particular example. Let's say heat. Okay, so in this particular example, we need to convert heat to COG. All right, by taking the help of this ladder. But there are some conditions. Basically, there are three conditions that the condition one is basically we can convert the current string to some other string. For example, heat. We can we can convert heat to some other string. Okay, which will be having exactly same number of characters as the current string had. That is the condition number one. Okay, and the condition number two is, and it's the string which is modifiable, okay, which is changed from the current string, so differ by only one character. Okay, and the third condition is it should also present in the given word list. Word list means the ladder. I think it is very clear to you. So it is quite straightforward question. So basically, let's take this example to understand. You will for sure, get the idea what actually I'm talking. For example, this particular, you know, word. So basically, as the condition also I have mentioned, I need to convert. I need to, convert this particular word to C O and G. Okay. So to do that, to convert this to that, I need to take some help of this ladder. Okay, so basically, and I can also convert a string to some another string only if that particular string should have the equal length. For example, heat has the size or length is 3, so whatever string I am going to make further should also have the length 3, and also that particular string should be differ by only one character from the original string or word. So basically, for example, I'm about to finding the the possible strings which are basically differing by only one character. So what are those string could be? So the string could be, for example, there are three possibilities for it. Let me write down the possibilities in front of you so that it would be very easy to understand. So the possibility is, I will tell you what I'm doing. So yeah, so these are the possibilities. So what does the star means? So basically, if I would replace the star by any particular character in English dictionary or in any particular alphabet in English dictionary, then it can be, I can say that this particular string, the new string, is differ by only one character than hit. Let's say let me just quickly fill the you know just explore the first possibility. So if I would replace the star by A first of all, then B, then C, then D, and go on replacing the thing, and the moment will come when I am having H as my character to be replaced, okay, and HIT, and go on replacing, and then finally ZIT, okay. So if you will see, all this string are valid because this string have only length 3 as the current string had, as well as all the string are only one letter different from the current string. So basically, the current string is hit, and if I would replace the H with A, then it would be AIT, and H with B, if I would replace, then it would be BIT and CIT, and so on and so forth up to ZIT. So that means all the string are differ by only one character. All right. So now, as you can see clearly that we have also a string which is HIT or HIT, which is nothing but the current string. So tell me, do I need to take care of this particular string as well? No, because this will because this has already been taken. Okay, like we are here and we do not need to take it again. All right, so it should be very very unique. This is the thing that we should take care of. So in order to take care of this thing, we need to have a visited array or visited map or set, whatever your choice would be, you can take to make sure that you should not take the string which you have already taken, which you have already considered before. So yeah, and apart from heat, all of the strings are valid, as I have already told you, but none of them are actually present in my word list. But in the question, it is mentioned that whatever string actually I am converting my current string to, it should be present in the word list in order to jump from the current string to that particular string. All right, so none of them are actually present in my word list, so I can clearly skip this particular possibility, that is star it. So now let's explore h star t, which is if I will if I'll be going on replacing the star with the possible alphabet in English language, then I can have something like this hat, then hbt, and go on. I will be having something like this, and possibly I may be having after some iteration I may be having hot as well, okay, and finally I will be having hzt, isn't it cool? So now yeah, that's it. So now let's explore this particular array. So in this particular array all the strings are valid, okay. I'm not saying these are invalid, these are all valid because all these string are having 3 length is 3, which is clearly a positive sign. uh, and these all are also only one letter different from the current string. So again, this is a positive sign for us, but this is not enough for to jump from my current string to any of the any of the string that I have formed. Anyway, just because the string that I should jump further, that need to be present in this particular given word list. So here, as we can see, HAT is not present, HBT also not present, but HOT is present right here. So I can say that whatever the string that I can jump to from my current string can be HOT. Okay, there may be many such strings possible. This is the matter of possibilities. Okay, we can also jump to some other string. For example, HAT would have been would have present right here. Then I can have another string which is HAT, and I can also jump from HIT to HOT. Then I can jump from HIT to HAT. So this is the possibility. So for now we are not having such strings, so I have only one string to jump to now. So I hope you are getting the idea that what actually I'm trying to explain to you. So in this way, if I would explore each and every strings that I'm having, there are enormous amount of possibilities that I could have reached my the target string some after some amount of time. So basically, one more thing that I would like to enlighten right here, which is the target string. So the target string should present inside the word list. All right. So if it basically, see, the word list is nothing but the ladder of strings. So basically I am I am putting my step on each string, and I need to find out what is the minimum number of step that I would put on the string to finally reach to the final destination, or final the string or the target string essentially. So yeah, so this is the thing, and the target string need to be present in the ladder. Okay, the string need to be present in the ladder, otherwise I cannot even reach to that particular point. So essentially this is the idea. And if, see, right here also it is if the target string is cog, and the list actually does not contain this string, then we can clearly return a zero, which is basically indicating, which is basically implying that the target string is not actually present in the word list. So cool. So this is the basic idea. I hope you got the thing. It is a quite straightforward question, isn't it? So let me quickly write down the code. You will be understood the idea. Basically, I will be taking an unordered set, for just because I'm just ensuring the whatever actually the word list containing, it should be very very unique. Every string should be unique string. Okay, I'm just ensuring that, as well as I'm also I'm also declaring a set which is visited, just to make sure that I should not consider a string which is which was already taken. Okay, which was already visited otherwise. Let's call it word set. Okay, and there is other string which is, for example, visited. Okay, so basically for I need to insert every string which is present inside word list to my word set, and these are str. Okay, clearly I have now having all the unique string set. Okay, so now as I have already explained to you why it is necessary to find out if the target value is inside the word list or not. If it is not inside the word ladder, then I cannot actually reach to that particular destination. That is the idea. And if it is there, then there might be a possibility. Okay, we have enormous amount of possibilities to reach that particular destination, but we need to find out the minimum number of conversion required to make it possible. So I need to check if my word set contains that particular value or not. So that value is basically end word. All right, so if that is the case, then I should return a zero, which is implying that it is not actually present in my word list. So apart from that, actually we have considered all the possible base conditions, so for finding out whether it is not possible. Now let me tell you that what data structure or what algorithm we will be using right here. So the question is basically saying that to find out minimum amount of conversion or minimum amount of transformation needed to find out this particular value. Okay, needed to convert it. So in my point of view, we should use BFS algorithm, or breadth first search. It will just give us the minimum amount of the step needed to reach the destination. To implement BFS, we will use a queue, and I will tell you why actually I am using pair right here. So in the pair, we are having the string and the integer value. So the string is basically nothing but the current string that I'm having, and the integer is basically telling that to find out to reach the current string, how many step did I actually how many step is needed, okay, or how many step was required. So for now, initially, we are having we will be start just begin the process by inserting the begin word, and the step required for now is one. Why? Because I am actually in the ladder, I'm actually standing on the word which is hit right here. Okay, let's say this is the begin word, and I have I just uh, I'm just here, I'm just standing on this particular string, so the step is one for now. All right, cool. So we will keep on repeat this process until the entire queue is empty. Okay, now just pop out the first element and we will do some operation on it. Let's say current word, okay, which is nothing but q dot front. All right, so I have the current string and the number of step required to make the string. Okay, so first of all, we will see if we have already reached our the final string or the target string. If that is the case, we should return the number of steps required to make it possible, or to reach here. All right, so if the string is nothing but my end word, then I can simply return the number of steps required to reach here, which is nothing but the integer value which is present in the second element in the pair. All right, so now as we have discussed before, we will be changing the each and every character with all the possible 26 alphabet in our English language. Will be changing, like heat will be changed to first of all it will change to AIT, then BIT, then CIT, up to ZIT. Similarly, and we at the same time we need to take care of the already visited string. All right, similarly we will then change it to HAT, then HBT, and so on and so forth. I hope you are getting the idea. So to do that, we require the character of current current position. So we will segment by segment we will just fetch the character from the current word dot first, and before doing the thing, before actually doing the thing, uh, we need we need to have the previous character. See, the string will be changed after the this particular loop. The string will be changed, but we need to you need to have this particular string after after doing the conversion from HID to ZIT. All right, then we will try to change HID to HAT, then HBT, and so on and so forth. So the previous character. Uh, so the previous character is nothing but it is CH, isn't it? That means the the first the first string, first character basically. So the first character is okay. This cool. So now no, actually we should do it inside it. Okay, it should be great. So now so let me define the previous character. So the previous character is nothing but CH. Okay, then we will be changing, we'll be changing each of the character with all the English alphabet that we are having, and we will then move to the next character and next character and so on and so forth. So basically will be it will be varying from A to Z. by moving forward. And after, let's say here we will be doing some, some things, some stuff, and after doing that, actually the entire character will be changed. So that is why we need to keep the string as it is for the transformation for the next possibility. So that is why we need to restore, or actually we had changed the character. That is why we need to undo the thing that we had changed before. So we need to restore it. Good. Yeah. So right here, actually we need to change the character. So now this, let's say the ch is c. Now the entire string has changed. Now we need to see that if my word set contains this particular string. So the string is basically current word dot first, isn't it? If it contains, then only I can move forward. Then only I can take that, and I will see if it is already visited or not. Is it visited? Yeah. Is it true or not? See, first of all, I need to verify whether my current word, which is changed now, is present in the word list or not. And if it is present over there, then I should check, I'm also taking care of the fact that it should not be, a string should not be taken once again. Okay. So if this is the case, then I should, first of all, I should insert, or I should mark it fidgeted. Okay, and after that I should push the string, the new string, to the queue, and I should insert, I should also insert the step number is the previous step plus one. So the string is current word dot first, and the step number is like current word dot second plus one. So I hope you got the idea basically what actually I'm trying to do right here. And after doing such thing, after doing the the process iteratively, there, if the if the word would be present in the list and it would be possible to reach over there, then this particular condition will be met after some time. So basically the string that I'm actually pushing right here will be appearing as the last, as the target string after some time. And this particular condition will be met, and I will then return the step required to reach right here. So there can be one more possibility that we may not reach the, may not reach the destination. It can also be possible. Okay, so in that case, basically I will simply return 0 by saying that, yeah, it is not possible to reach right here. Okay, or we can say it is not possible, or it is impossible to convert the first string into second one. All right, so yeah, this is the idea, and I hope it will be working fine. So let's run it. Okay, there is one. Okay, the spelling mistake, sorry. It is running well and fine. Now let's check for some other case as well. Let's say this particular case. All right. Okay. So now it is also accepted. Now just submit it to see whether it is actually working or not. And it worked. So as you have seen that we have also taken care of the visited part as well as the string which has the length or size very equal to the current string that we are having, and also it should be present in our ladder. So that is the idea. Uh, and I have already discussed the very essential part, which is the complexity, okay, uh, for both time and space elaborately in my blog. So please visit my blog to see the to learn the entire complexity for analysis for this particular problem. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel, and please like. If you have any particular any sort of doubt, then you can simply leave your comment below, and you can simply share this solution, share the problems that I am actually actually solving with your friends, colleagues, and anybody who are actually in need, so that it would be helpful for everyone. All right. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and keep watching, please, because it would be helpful for you. So thank you.